Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. It's about that time, so we're gonna go over November reading plans. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So I'm in a different spot because I was already kind of set up over here. I just got off a live stream with my Read What You Own challenge buds. We talked about strategies for the challenge and all that good stuff. So as a reminder, the Read What You Own challenge will be starting for a lot of us on November 6th. You pick your number of books or your time frame of books, however you want to do it. You pick your books that you want to read before you're buying any new ones. Come join us on the challenge. I think it's a fun time actually. So I'll link any kind of discussions about it below or things like that, and link to Ollie's Discord where he has a little section for the challenge there too. So that out of the way. Let's get into my reading plans. I have already set my TBR up for Cryptid Readathon, or I already put it out. I'll link it below if you missed it, want to check that out. I talk about my reading plans and I give some recommendations. Of course, Cryptid Readathon, I'm co-hosting with Jason from Jason's Weird Reads and Sin's Book Nook. We're going to have a great time. Again, I will link the announcement video below and my TBR video. The Discord that we've set up, Jason's channel, Sin's channel, link below. Linkity-doo, everything below. Okay? Yes. So I won't talk about those books again, but I do, you know how I do. We got some other stuff going on. So let's go through book club stuff first, and read-alongs and all that kind of good stuff first. So Rachel at the Shades of Orange. I really enjoy, her Patreon book club. And so this month is a sci-fi pick. So we're going to be reading Waystation by Clifford D. Simak. I still haven't read any Clifford D. Simak, even though I have quite a few of his books now. Of course, I don't own this one. Why would I? But I think I get this from my library or something. So looking forward to finally, digging into this author and seeing what all the fuss is about. Yeah. I don't really know what it's about. I didn't look up anything. I just going to read it. So Amy Noel Reads has her Dark Hearts book club. Words. I will put them together eventually. She has chosen Darker Than Night by Owl Going Back. Actually, another author I still have yet to read. So I definitely hope I have time to fit this one in and check out the author finally. I'll link any channels I always talk about. I try to link below. So check Amy's channel out below. So Kelsey over at Slime and Slashers has her book club pick for the month. It's going to be Corpse Mouth by John Langan. I know this is a short story collection. I'm kind of excited about it. Of course, I really love The Fisherman, and I feel like I've read a couple of Langan short stories. I think in some anthologies I have too. And so I'm definitely hoping I have time to get to that one. Again, we'll see. Book club stuff I hope to get to, but kind of thing. It's a time thing. I forgot to grab this book downstairs, but the Stephen King read along, we're still kicking, we're still going. We're I spin the wheel for us every month, and we chat about the books over in Brad Proctor's Discord. It's random, I know, but so join us over there. I'll link Brad's channel and I'll link his Discord below if you want to hop in. We read a random Stephen King book every month. And Doomakey is actually our pick for November. I'm excited. I've heard good things about Doomakey. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it's set down in Florida or something, so it could be a good time to read it. As some of us here are going to be moving into the cold winter months. so yeah, Doomakey. Looking forward to that. And I think that's it that I've got down. I'm sure I've missed something, but that's kind of what I have on my list for book clubs and read-alongs and stuff. Now there's a couple other events going on for the month that I want to maybe try to get into. Yeah, so there is Project Gutenberg, which I may try. I don't know. if again, this is all time if I have time for it. So Project Gutenberg is just basically to read any book that you can get on Project Gutenberg, which you can is a free service where you can read classics for free, and you should download the ebooks. Excuse me. This is it's being hosted by Christy Lewis, Dostoevsky in Space, Beautiful Minutia, Book Time with Elvis, Miss Richards Reads, I think that's it. I'll link other channels below as well, and you can find their announcements and where they chat about it. But they have a group pick for the month, which is Poor Folk by Dostoevsky. I may try. I don't know. I've never read Dostoevsky. He's intimidating for me. I've heard this one's kind of short though, so maybe it'll be a good one to kind of dip a toe into. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. So other than the Cryptid Readathon, my biggest kind of readathon is going to be Novelization November, which is being hosted by It Came From The Page over on his Patreon. So you got to join his Patreon to join in the fun. And so he has set up a really fun board for us with reading movie novelizations and tie-ins and books about the movies. It's going to be so much fun. And he has a wonderful, wonderful channel, and it's worth joining his Patreon. Because he's good people. All right. So he has some prompts for us. And so I basically have just pulled like a bunch of big stack of stuff to just kind of pull from for the month. Of course, no, I'm going to read all of these because of course I got my cryptid books I want to read and all that fun stuff too. So, one of the prompts is to read a non-fiction book about the movies. I do have this book that I can get on Scribd, which is called The Science of Women in Horror. Sounds really interesting. So I may try to get to that. I think it's an audiobook. But I also have this one because I'm on the Read What You Own challenge, so I'm trying to pick books that I already have, of course, for the prompts. So I've got Running Home to Shadows, Memories of TV's First Supernatural Soap from Today's Grown-Up Kids. This is, of course, all about dark shadows, and I think it's, it's full of, I think it's kind of little, like, essays and things about people kind of remembering, watching Dark Shadows. And I think it just sounds really fun. Even if I just kind of read a few things, from it, I think it'll be fun. I remember watching reruns of Dark Shadows and enjoying it. It's fun. It's a fun show. And this, it's kind of short too. I think it sounds fun. So I may get into that one too. Again, who knows? I got a lot of things to choose from. And then there's a book where it's not necessarily a novelization, but you've got the novel cover. The cover from the movie cover. Does that make sense? I've got a couple of choices for this one. Requiem for a Dream by Hubert Selby Jr. I've got the movie cover, and this would actually, I've already started this. I started this actually I think a couple of years ago, at least a year ago, and I just didn't finish it. It's a hard book to get into just because of the way it's written, but I would really actually like to finish this out. So I think at least I'm going to finish this book because I need to get it finished. I do also have this movie tie-in cover for No Country for Old Men, of course by Cormac McCarthy, and it's not actually crazy long either. Let's see. Yeah, so just under 300 pages, not crazy long. Actually, pretty big font actually on that one. I love the movie, but I hadn't read this book. I think my husband's read this one, but so I could read that one too. It's on my pile of possibilities. I don't know. Let's see, a novelization for a movie that doesn't exist. I'm not sure yet about that one. Novelization from an author who has written a novelization. And we know Alan Dean Foster is king of novelizations, and I've got a ton of Alan Dean Foster's science fiction books, and I've not read a single one. So I pulled this one called Nora Crystal Tears, one because it's got my name in it, obviously. It just sounds like fun, and so. So in the beginning, before man and insect-like Thranks had become allies, when the reptilian were just occasional raiders of Thrank's colony worlds, one young Thrank's agricultural expert lived a life of quiet desperation, a dreamer in a world of sensible, stable beings. Rio buried himself in his work, reclaiming marshland from a tenacious jungle until he came across a letter describing a relative's encounter with horrid, two-legged, soft-skinned, space-going beasts. Okay. They're like insect-like, aliens. Sounds like a good time to me. There's a book, any novelization basically is on the list. So I basically pulled just a lot of novelizations that I have just to pull from. I might just get to like one of these. I don't know. I've got the novelization for Platoon. I've got Star Trek Into the Darkness novelization. I think I pulled it out of like a little free library. I just got this one recently from my buddy Claude over at Geek Reads. The Legacy. This is written by John Coyne. I wish I'd never seen this movie. But I really want to watch that movie. I've got The Dark Knight. So the Batman movie. This is by Dennis O'Neil. Could be fun. Species 2 novelization. Because why start with Species 1 when you can read Species 2? I've got Godzilla King of the Monsters. I got some weird reflection here. This is by Greg Keyes. Now, I recently read Interstellar by Greg Keyes and really liked that. So I'm curious how he writes this Godzilla book. Yeah, so I got that. Let's see. Now, one of the prompts is to read a graphic novel or a manga that's been adapted. I've pulled a few mangas. Old Fashioned Cupcake. This has been made into a drama, and it was so cute. I've watched the drama. I really want to read the book too, or the manga as well. It's this like sort of workplace romance with some older gentlemen. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. I love it. I really want to read that. And I've got Hitorajime My Hero. This is volume 1. This has been turned into an anime. This is by Mimiko Ari. I didn't see. Who was this one? I forgot to remember. Story and art by Sagan. Yeah, so Hitorajime is another like romance story. I think it's kind of an age gap romance, which I think is actually a little controversial. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it out. And of course I have Attack on Titan. Why not finally read Attack on Titan? This is by Hajime Isayama. Why not finally start Attack on Titan? I could. We know this is an anime as well. So I've got some options for that. I want to read all 3 of those. Maybe I will. And then read a tie-in book. So books that are, in a universe, they're not a direct novelization, but are sort of, related to a certain, fandom or movie, TV show, whatever, Again, I pulled just a stack of books that I have that I could pull from, because I got like a Red Dwarf book. This is Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers by Grant Naylor. I love Red Dwarf. I've got an Alien Nation book. Why not? This is number 2 of the series. Why not start with number 2? I've got an Indiana Jones book, Unicorn's Legacy by Rob McGregor. Could be fun. I bet my husband will like that one too. I've got one of these Sixth Sense books, which is they're middle grade books. I think there were 6 in the series, if I'm not mistaken. I've only ever just found this one out in the wild. I think at a used bookstore one day. So this is Secrets from Beyond. This is Survivor. I'm not sure what number this is of the series. Number 1, actually. This is right there. So that's kind of fun to have the first one. This one I think is going to be a definite. I'm really interested in this. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds really cool. So I've got that one. Of course, I pulled out another X-Files book, because why not? This is Skin by Ben Mesrick. I don't know. These X-Files books are a lot of fun. I've got a few Stranger Things books, but I thought the Robin one would be fun to read finally. This is Rebel Robin by A.R. Capetta. I love the character of Robin, and this could be so fun. This might just be a nice little palate cleanser, kind of a YA type book. I don't know, just about a Robin, I guess. I don't know. And then, of course, I've got Aliens Vasquez. I got a lot of Aliens books, actually. But Aliens Vasquez is one I've definitely been wanting to read. And, it's one of those books I bought it when it came out. Still sitting on my shelf. This is kind of the purpose for me of Read What Your Own Challenge. To get through these books, I was like, once upon a time, really excited to read, but then never read it, This is, of course, by V. Castro, and it is talking all about Vasquez, who, we know from the movie Aliens. It's a great movie. Okay. So yeah, I've got that too. And that's kind of it. So I'm really excited for November, and we're getting kind of close to the end of the year. Just moving into a new season. I'm reading cryptids and novelizations and just fun stuff. I'm excited for the month. So yeah, that's it. That's the TBR. So let me know what you're getting into for November. Are there any events I've missed? Because I'm sure, there's nonfiction November. Well, I got a couple of nonfictions for my cryptid, so that'll work there. Or not a cryptid, but the the novelization readathon. So that'll be fun. So I got a couple things covered there. And yeah, so let me know what you're excited for, what you're gonna get into for November. Yeah, let me know. I want to know what you're reading. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna end it here, and yeah, that's it. So bye, guys.